This video explains the real costs to build versus buy a single-family home in Arizona. It covers land prices, construction costs, permits, utilities, timelines, and resale home pricing. The focus is on modest homes in common Arizona markets, using current price ranges and typical scenarios. This breakdown applies to Arizona markets where both new construction and resale homes are common. That includes the Phoenix metro area, surrounding suburbs, and lower density areas in counties like Maricopa, Pinal, Mojave, and Yavapai. The home type is a single-family, modest custom or semi-custom home. The size range is approximately 1,400 to 2,000 square feet. This reflects a typical primary residence, not a luxury build and not a manufactured home. All prices reflect current market conditions. They are not historical averages and not predictions. Numbers are shown as ranges because costs vary by lot, builder, location, and timing. These figures assume standard finishes, conventional construction methods, and no extreme site conditions. Utility availability, terrain, and local fees can change totals significantly. Cost to build a home in Arizona. Building a home in Arizona involves multiple cost layers. Some are obvious, like construction. Others are less visible but still material to the total. Land costs. Land is the first major variable. In suburban areas near Phoenix, vacant residential lots commonly range from about $80,000 to $200,000. Smaller lots in established areas trend higher per acre. Outlying suburbs and exurban areas may fall closer to the lower end. In rural or semi-rural counties, land prices are often lower. Lots may range from $20,000 to $80,000. These lots are typically larger but may lack nearby utilities or paved access. Land prices are affected by zoning, access, utilities, topography, floodplain status, and proximity to jobs and services. A lower purchase price does not mean lower total cost if the lot requires significant preparation. Construction cost per square foot. Construction costs in Arizona vary by region and by builder. For a modest custom or semi-custom home, construction commonly ranges from about $180 to $280 per square foot. At 1,400 to 2,000 square feet, this places base construction costs roughly between $250,000 and $500,000. Lower costs usually reflect simpler floor plans, standard finishes, and flat, accessible sites. Higher costs reflect upgraded finishes, complex designs, energy efficiency features, or smaller builders with less volume pricing. This range typically includes labor, materials, basic finishes, and standard systems. It does not include land, site prep, or soft costs. Site prep and utilities. Site preparation can be minimal or substantial. Grading, excavation, and foundation work are influenced by soil conditions and slope. Flat lots with good soil may require limited work. Sloped or rocky lots increase costs. Utility costs are one of the largest variables. Lots in subdivisions often have water, sewer, and power at the street. Connection fees still apply but are usually predictable. Rural lots may require a well, septic system, and extended power runs. Wells can range from several $1,000s to well over $20,000, depending on depth. Septic systems commonly range from $8,000 to $20,000 or more. Power extensions can add additional five-figure costs if lines are far from the site. Across Arizona, site prep and utilities combined often range from $20,000 on the low end to $80,000 or more on challenging lots. Permits, fees, and soft costs. Permits and soft costs are often underestimated. These include building permits, impact fees, plan review fees, engineering, surveys, soil reports, and architectural design. Fees vary by county and municipality. For a modest home, these costs often range from $15,000 to $40,000. Areas with higher impact fees or stricter review processes tend toward the higher end. Construction loans may also include lender fees, inspections, and draw administration costs. Construction timeline and delays. Construction timelines in Arizona typically range from 7 to 12 months once building starts. Delays can occur due to permitting backlogs, weather, labor availability, and material lead times. Design changes during construction can extend timelines further. Longer timelines increase carrying costs, including interest on construction loans and ongoing housing expenses during the build. Cost. To buy a home in Arizona, buying an existing home has a different cost structure and timeline. Typical list price ranges for resale homes in the 400 to 2,000 square foot range, prices vary widely by location. In Phoenix metro suburbs, typical list prices often range from about $350,000 to $550,000. Newer or renovated homes tend to be at the higher end. In smaller cities or rural areas, comparable homes may range from $250,000 to $400,000, depending on condition and proximity to services. These are list price ranges, not final sale prices. Price per square foot comparison: resale homes are often priced by price per square foot. In many Arizona markets, this ranges from roughly $180 to $300 per square foot. Older homes in original condition tend to fall lower in the range. Updated homes and newer builds trend higher. Price per square foot is a comparison tool, not a full indicator of total cost or future expenses. Age and condition of homes at lower price points are often older. Many were built between the 1980s and early 2000s. Common differences include roof age, HVAC efficiency, insulation standards, window quality, and layout design. These factors influence operating costs and future repairs. Newer resale homes may reduce near-term maintenance, but usually cost more upfront. Common repair or upgrade costs: buyers often face additional costs after purchase. These may include roof replacement, HVAC replacement, plumbing updates, electrical updates, flooring, paint, or kitchen and bath updates. Individual costs vary, but post-purchase work commonly ranges from several $1,000s to tens of thousands, depending on condition and expectations. Purchase timeline and closing consideration: buying a home typically takes 30 to 60 days from contract to closing. Costs include inspections, appraisal, closing costs, and prepaid taxes or insurance. These are usually lower than the combined soft and carrying costs of construction, but still material. Cost comparison: build versus buy. When comparing build versus buy, the differences are structural rather than marginal. Total cost to build, including land and all related expenses, often ranges from the mid-$300,000s to well over $600,000, depending on location and site conditions. Total cost to buy a comparable resale home often ranges from the mid-$200,000s to the mid-$500,000s, depending on market and condition. Building involves higher cost variability. Final totals depend on site conditions, utility access, and design decisions. Buying offers more upfront cost certainty, though future repair costs are less predictable. Construction timelines are longer and less predictable than purchase timelines. Customization is inherent to building and limited when buying. Both paths involve different types of risk and unknowns. Secondary cost factors: most people miss. Several cost drivers are often overlooked. Financing for construction differs from traditional mortgages. Construction loans typically have higher rates and require interest-only payments during the build. Carrying costs during construction include loan interest, rent or mortgage on current housing, and utilities once the home is near completion. Design changes after construction starts often increase costs. Small changes can have cascading effects on labor and materials. Material prices can fluctuate during long builds. Contracts may include allowances rather than fixed prices. Inspection and warranty coverage differs. New construction typically includes builder warranties. Resale homes rely on inspections and seller disclosures. Who each option typically fits: building may align with buyers who prioritize customization, specific layouts, or rural locations where resale inventory is limited. Buying may align with buyers who need a shorter timeline, prefer established neighborhoods, or want clearer upfront pricing. These tendencies reflect structural differences between the two paths rather than advantages. Summary and core. Takeaways: building and buying in Arizona involve different cost structures, timelines, and uncertainties. Building combines land, construction, site work, and soft costs into a total that varies widely by location and lot conditions. Buying concentrates costs into a single purchase price, but may shift expenses into future repairs or upgrades. Final outcomes depend on the specific market, the property, and the assumptions used. For more Arizona home cost breakdowns and build versus buy comparisons, similar guides are available on this channel.